Shia LaBeouf.
Do it.
Shia LaBeouf. Fucking do that.
Do it.
Talk to the people out there. They're waiting.
Have you seen the meme of the do it, and then they have the one from The Office? He's like, no. Do it. No.
Yes.
They did it perfectly, too. It was like,
No.
and then at the end, they have from Parks and Recreation. He goes, 3 shows in one.
Yeah, we've been recording.
Oh, we were recording? I've been asking. You just
I
keep saying
told
no.
you have to talk to the people. I don't understand, bro.
Did we say? I'm trying to remember. It's been so long. Welcome to the Parental Advisory Podcast.
Why does he sound like the Midnight Storm on Hot 105 right now?
Welcome to the Parental Advisory Podcast. I am your fiery host.
Welcome to the sexy Parental Advisory Podcast. This is your DJ, Big Daddy Fats.
Big Daddy Fats.
Can't even do it.
No, that's when Power 90. Remember, Power 96 had the. What's that late night hour they had?
They had a late night hour?
Yeah, Power 96 had one. They'd be like, "Welcome to Power 96, sexy time."
Sexy time, gross.
We play all the best R&B.
Well, anyways, I'm sorry. I stopped your introduction. Continue. You were saying.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Parental Advisory Podcast.
Okay.
I am your host.
He just drops his voice.
Hello, Soul.
Yeah. Sounds like an NPR.
Hold on. Give it to them. Come on.
ASMR.
Come
on. Do you know what that is?
No, es un pendejo.
I am with my co-host, Wilmo Chiquito Rivera. And J. Surf. I was trying to do another last name, but I was like, this is just J Surf, so I was like Surf.
Well,
I like it though. I like
that's technically correct.
Yeah.
So yeah. You know, hashtag R technically the truth right there.
Or you mean R/truth from WWE?
No.
That's what I thought you were meaning right
No,
there.
I was talking about the subreddit technically the truth.
Oh, I'm thinking here WWE wrestling.
No.
There's a wrestler named R/truth.
R-truth?
R-truth.
Really?
Yeah, no, I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass with you. And he raps.
So
he comes out of the crowd, raps, and then he
wrestles.
wrestles.
Yeah, that's so cringeworthy.
Yeah.
Oh.
He used to be a part of DX. Well, he used to be part of the New Age Outlaws. For a
New Age Outlaws?
Billy Gunn and Road Dogg.
Billy Gunn and Road Dogg.
Oh, you don't even know. You don't even know Billy Gunn's nickname wrestling, Mr. Ass.
Mr. Ass.
Did you watch no wrestling at all,
bro?
Do you who do you know? The Rock, Stone Cold. That's about it.
I stopped at the beginning of Cena's rise.
So you don't. So you should know who's in DX.
D-Generation X?
Yeah.
I know it was X-Pac, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Chyna. That's it.
Road Dogg and Billy Gunn.
And,
You're missing Road Dogg and Billy Gunn.
which ones were those?
They were the New Age Outlaws of D-Generation X.
What are their names again?
New Age Outlaws, Billy Gunn and Road Dogg.
Yeah.
Billy Gunn and Road Dogg.
What was the name of the group? The three amigos who got on Serial. I don't want to say they were black, but they are. So.
I know the cereal's called Bootios.
Yeah.
I don't know their name. I stopped after.
Oh, Billy Gunn and Road Dogg. Yeah, I remember these jokesters.
Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass.
Yeah, I remember that.
There's only one Mr. Ass, and that's Sacco.
Sacco.
He was straight out of
Val Venus.
Do you know you can catch Mick Foley doing some of his readings from his book at the 10th Tavern every other weekend?
Really? He lives out here? I didn't know he lives out here.
He has a house down here. He has a house down here. Yeah.
They all live.
Well, he
out
travels.
Here.
He travels.
Damn near.
Jake the Snake Roberts lives in Miami.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson don't live out here.
He has a house here.
He has a house here.
Not around here.
No,
it's in Miami.
No, don't try to fucking sit here and be like, not around here,
dude.
He ain't gonna live around here. First of all,
Star Island.
This is not his. This is way below his pay range.
Niggas in Parkland or something.
Don't say sleep there. There's a house. Whatchamacallit? Dan Marino has a house out here next to us in Parkland.
Coral Gables or Parkland, right?
Rick Ross has a house around here. I know
Parkland.
Lauren Hill actually has a house around here. I think like closer to Margate area, but it's a nicer area.
Lauren Hill, really?
Yeah. What you would call it?
Is that their house or is that their family's house? Is that an aunt's house?
I mean, technically, even if they...
I'm talking about a house that will be
Isn't
staying
it still their house, even though they bought it completely and still own it completely for a relative?
Is it their aunt? Is the main
No,
resident?
she lives out here. She lives out here, bro. She has like the concert, her concert here every 1 or 2 years. What are you talking about?
That would be kind of. It's hard for me to imagine that they can get the privacy they want if they live like.
Dude,
Lauren Hill steps up. Everybody's gonna know who probably that is.
No,
you don't think
this
so?
generation? Are you fucking kidding
you'd
me?
be surprised.
20 years past her Grammys sweep and everything. Like Lauren
You
Hill.
pass Lauren Hill, you ain't gonna notice who that is,
dude. If
I do because I'm a fan of music, but not the common.
If it's a fact that a single American can name 5 presidents other than George Bush, the George Bushes, George Washington, Lincoln, and Obama.
Really, you can't name Reagan? Like you can Reagan,
dude. You'd be surprised.
What was it? How did it go? Shit. Reagan, George Bush.
What?
Oh, it was George Bush, Reagan. Who was first?
As far as presidents went?
Right. Was it Reagan?
Chronologically?
Yeah. Since Reagan. What was it? Reagan, George Bush, Clinton, George Bush again.
No, after Reagan...
Obama, then now Trump.
Oh, I feel like there's someone missing in there.
Wasn't after...
Who's before Reagan?
Before Reagan...
Carter?
Before Reagan was... No, Bush.
Mm-hmm. So then Bush and then Reagan. So then who was after Reagan?
Carter.
Carter was after Reagan?
No, Carter was not after
Reagan. It can't be.
Or was Carter before?
Carter was in the 70s.
So Carter was before Bush?
Yes.
So Carter,
so
Bush,
then Reagan, Carter, Bush.
No.
So then Carter,
Are you guys
Reagan,
going
Bush.
backwards or forwards in time?
I'm talking about from where Reagan forward.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
From Reagan forward, I believe it's Bush, if not then Clinton, or then...
It's definitely Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama.
I thought Clinton was in the 80s.
No, Clinton was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Clinton did.
But the late 80s to early 90s, no, right? Or am I having that...
And he was governor in the late 80s.
Okay, yeah. And then that's when he got the spot. Yeah, okay.
That's when they got the saxophone.
Yeah,
changed America.
He dropped so many babies that year. That's why that was a baby boom right there.
Gotta thank Arsenio Hall.
Yeah, that was crazy. Changed up the game there, bro.
He became likable.
Oh man,
he made the presidency look likable.
He just used technology at its finest point, bro.
By using the saxophone.
No, by like...
Isn't like the saxophone one of the...
No,
I'm not... Maybe I'm stupid by saying one of the oldest instruments.
Not talking about the instrument, bro. I'm talking about the... Wow, did you hear me? No, I'm talking about him being on that show at late night, bro.
Oh, Arsenio Hall.
Because he hit a wide range of people. He hit old generation to the newer generation that was coming up in that era.
I remember Arsenio Hall tried to make a comeback. What was it, like 3-4 years ago?
It goes.
Kind of does. Here and there. Just depends who hosts it.
Jimmy Carter from 77 to 81.
Okay, Vince Carter.
Reagan from 81 to 89.
The Ragnarok.
Because that faggot had fucking 8 years of running. This place is...
Why do you hate Reagan?
Oh, no, he hates him
Reagan
so much.
Is the fucking devil.
All right, and I know Reagan has done some terrible shit, but...
There's a reason why it's the opening fucking line in the Boondocks.
Ronald Reagan, his name is the devil. His name has six letters. 666.
Then after Reagan is Bush. Then it's Clinton.
Fucking Bush.
Then Bush.
Then
Obama.
Bush Part 2, even Bushier.
Even Bushier.
Then my man Obeezy. And then good old Donnie the Yam Trump.
You know what thing that I like about Trump right now is that conspiracy of time travel and a whole bunch of shit. With
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't heard about that shit?
No, I streamed.
Okay,
So, takes a
bro.
So I'm gonna just tell you a short summary about it.
For short summary, we got time, niggas. A podcast. Tell them the entire summary.
Then I want the facts. So basically, there's a couple books that's in the what's the library called?
The National Library of Congress.
Thank you. That very specific books that were brought out back in the day, and they all have to do.
Is that the one Nicolas Cage wrote?
No. Why are you even talking about Nicolas Cage? Like what?
You ever thought about that?
What does Nicolas Cage?
I know that's a new skill for you, but try it.
I mean,
are you talking about National Treasure right now?
That
just has nothing to do with
What a herb!
So stupid. Bro.
Such a herb.
Look, basically, there's some stories that were written back in the day. One of them had to talk about the last president. Just one thought, and just for the record, folks, you have to remember, Ronald Reagan is the devil. Okay.
What the?
Okay.
He was the devil. He was the devil.
Right? He is the devil.
It's the absolute worst. Fuck him.
He's alive still, right?
I hope he burns in hell. No, he's dead.
Oh,
he's long been dead.
I don't believe it though.
He's fucking worm food.
Well, at least we know Sir's stance on it.
Tell us how you really feel, sir. Well, I'll tell you. He sucks.
Monkey dicks.
I'm glad he's gone.
Full of dookie.
Fuckhead was getting dementia by the end of his goddamn term.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah, he was actually losing his mind.
Mm-hmm.
He started to by the end of that second term, Nancy Reagan was the one running. Like, yeah.
Look it up, bro. At some moments, like I think they even
Google it, bitch.
That'd be
no,
crazy
like
if,
even didn't he show some moments when he was like either like doing a press conference or like interview, like it showed like you were like,
where it's like.
Here's a conspiracy. What if at the end, it was Melania that convinced Donald to do everything to do his bidding, and now she becomes like the queen of some other country. You know what I mean? Like she's like, well, just invade this country, Donnie.
Maybe.
And then she becomes like the queen.
But hold on.
It's like, this was what I wanted the whole time.
Hold on. So basically, there's two stories that have to be connected to the Trump family. One that basically talks about the president, and one that kind of talks about a time-traveling kid.
Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
I've seen it.
Then a little flash
the
forward.
Kid's name was completely the same
as
of
his
the
son
story
and everything, and it kind of had to do with his wife being from Russia and all that stuff. It gets very crazy. Bottom line is, two stories connected, weirdly enough, to his shit. And then on top of that, weirdly enough, everyone knew that Tesla had some kind of inventions, and you know all his like real documents of his inventions were like floating around between like two organizations. One tried to do something, then pass it along, which then Trump's grandfather got involved, which they kind of mentioned saying like, wait, hold on, isn't it kind of quirky that he got involved, and they also know that he was kind of working on a time machine, but what if he actually did that time machine and then found out about it and then sent some things back, sent some things forward, blah, 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 blah. Basically, weirdly enough, Trump's the president and it all connects to this.
Yeah, it's
weird. It's quantum theory.
Who knows?
How does Ant-Man get back? That's what I want to know.
How does Ant-Man get back?
And why is he in his Thanos ass?
Asking the hard questions, hello soul.
Have you seen that picture of Paul Rudd?
But saying that he was in Thanos' ass?
Yeah, no, where he's like feeling cute, might just find Thanos' ass or some shit.
Yeah. But it's all blurry as fuck.
What the fuck?
It looked like a fan got in his face real quick, like, yeah. I don't know.
Not everybody's doing it. It's a meme now, where you just substitute with whoever it is. Somebody put Machine Gun Kelly's like feeling cute, might lose a beef to Eminem.
Oh, that poor guy.
My favorite was two construction workers saying, might take a break, might finish I-95. Who knows?
My favorite one because it's anime was Goku, and it's like, feeling cute, might not raise my kids.
Damn.
I was like, damn. That's funny,
he kind of raises his kids.
That's too funny.
Now, son, I told you Daddy dies for a living.
What's up with all those Facebook...
Damn.
What's up with all those Facebook things popping up about ask me questions?
Fucking mic
about?
Up to you, bro.
No, I can hear him.
You can. There you go. Stop complaining.
I can hear him.
What about the one where it's
I can see the levels here. It's barely getting captured.
The Facebook where it asks you questions. Somebody you gotta like post it.
What are you
It's
talking
like
about?
some game.
That's not really a game. That's just been going on for the longest time since MySpace.
Dude, I see everybody fucking.
It's an app called Profoundly.
Is that what it is?
Oh, what, are you
Yeah.
talking about an app now?
Yeah, there's this new app out now called Profoundly, and apparently it's like the new thing now. It's like the new, what is it? It's like the new To Be Honest. You know, you remember that app? You know what I'm saying? Got so hyped for like 6 weeks, and it got bought out by some major company, and then just disappeared.
Of course.
And so basically, it's just another To Be Honest. Just people anonymously send you messages that disappear, and it could be whatever it is that they want.
Yo, you're a fucking cocksucker.
I think you're a cunt. Send it to your grandmother. Yeah, it's a crazy shit.
I know if my grandma read it like that because she's on her phone now, she'll be like, "Oh my god, we."
I hope your kids die of measles, you anti-vaxxer fuckhead. Like, Jesus Christ, the venom.
What about that? You heard about that kid that snuck out of his or like planned leaving his house? Like, something like I forgot how he did it, but then he went and got vaccinated.
Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, his parents didn't want him to get a vaccination, so he
His
took it
parents
upon
are
himself to get his own. Yeah, so he got his own, and then he went to Capitol Hill and spoke to the Supreme Court or some shit, or he spoke to like
a Senate committee.
Yeah, he spoke to somebody, and basically was telling them, was like, my parents were wrong, and that's why I did what. And it like totally fucked up all the anti-vaxxers because it's like, yeah, you see, there's a kid who actually wants to fucking.
Yeah, but that's a kid's choice.
Yeah, but the thing is the kid was in the 7th grade when this happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But does he really know shit? This is America.
Yeah, he voted for the right thing to get vaccinated.
He got vaccinated.
I don't know.
Against his parents' wishes.
I don't know, man.
His parents didn't like that shit because I guess they wanted him to
he
die.
got grounded.
Okay, that doesn't matter.
You're grounded, mister.
It does. The only thing that I see is that a kid went back on his parents' word to get what he wanted.
I just see a bad boy. A bad
That's
boy.
basically what happened. I don't see no really good counter argument like, oh, you see, the kid want to get back. But I mean, like, he's old enough. He
went against his parents' wishes. That's your argument.
Like, oh.
He said the thing that his parents told him not to do. Yeah.
I would never have seen that coming from a 7th grader.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really see that as like a good argument. Like, oh, look at that.
Yeah, like.
Did they ever give an update about whatever happened? Remember
No.
that
Let's move
fucking
on.
shooting,
Anyways.
that police shooting a couple months ago about this white woman cop? She went into the wrong apartment and shot the fucking.
Oh yeah.
Is
Whatever
that-
happened
is
to
that
that?
I
still
think
on
they let her
trial?
go, or she's on trial or some shit like that. I don't know what the fuck.
It's funny how
She's on leave.
shit just gets buried and you forget.
Of course, I didn't forget about that shit. There's another story that was coming out. I think that
did.
like, it was a brown dude who was like in 18, 19 in the club, got frisky with a girl, but didn't do anything. White girl, and then she was like 17 or some shit like that. Took him to trial saying that he raped her. They did a whole, test, everything. Nothing came back, but he still has. Now he got charged and found guilty, and he's going to jail for like 20 years
For what?
for allegedly raping a 17-year-old while he was like 19. But granted, he's brown, woman's white, and most of the
Where is this?
I forgot where, Middle America, so I know he was gonna get fucked anyways. Yeah, but the jury was mostly white women anyway, so.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's a jury of your peers.
So boop, dun, 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 he got fucked.
Fuck him.
This is America.
The amount of injustice.
I
that
just
goes
heard.
on.
I just heard that reading rainbow transition noise. That dun dun dun. Yeah, and he was falsely accused of rape. All right, kids. LeVar, back to you.
The more you know.
Kids are paramount.
You know which one I'll never forget is the Kendrick Johnson one. You remember that one?
Is that the football player?
No, that was the kid that was. They saw him on camera going to the gymnasium, and then the next day they found him in a rolled up wrestling mat.
Oh, that's right.
But they were like, "How did he get in there?" You can tell that his body wouldn't be able to fit, so he was like rolled up before because they're the police were saying, "Oh, what happened was his shoe fell into these rolled up mats that were stacked. He went up to get it, and he fell in and then suffocated." But they're like, "All right, well, when they took the body out, his face is like severely beaten." They're like, "Okay, so what did the mat beat the shit out of him before it suffocated him? What do we have haunted mats out in this bitch? Like
haunted
no.
mats. It's Attack of the Killer Mats.
Faggots being
It's just
faggots.
a bunch of white kids and like
but like
monster t-shirts.
Well, the theory is that he had
Red Bull hats.
he had
Attack
issues.
of the Killer Mats. Nothing, folks.
Nothing.
Come on, guys. I'm giving you gold here.
No, nigga. We not digging, nigga.
Shitty
Fuck.
gold. That's what that is.
The tiny nuggets, nigga. I want bricks.
The big theory is that he had issues with 2 kids, right? And it just so happened that those 2 kids
We're white.
Well, no. Well, yeah, they were white, but his dad was a high-level FBI agent, like high-ranking.
The white kids?
The white kids.
Oh, okay. So he got a pass. Okay, like America.
Well, no, they super like the whole investigation is like weird because one, when they did the autopsy, they said they didn't find anything wrong. So what they did is they exhumed the body, the parents, got it to a professional of their own who's like a high profile person who checks bodies, whatever. Coroner. He found no organs. It was just newspaper in there. So they took the organs. And then what the police said, or the coroner from the police were like, well, when we gave the body back to the funeral, they had organs. So either the funeral took the organs.
It was like that when we got here.
Yeah.
What faggots? Like, if that's not dirty comment on, bro, I would have been on that shit.
Hey, bro, I just pick up the bag and then ring the bell. I don't do nothing.
Second thing is the police, for I think about a year, did not want to give up the surveillance footage. They're like, no, it's police property. We're not going to give it to the family or anybody else, or the lawyers or nothing.
If that's so dirty, I don't.
So they went to I think they went to like the high courts and they got it right. But it was all of them were distorted, and when they took it to somebody to analyze it, it was seen that it was tampered with, on purpose for it to be distorted. Like they give you certain bits and parts of him walking in like class and everything, but the moments of when he died, all of that, the cameras are all distorted.
All right. I wish Trevor was here, my homie, because we watched the episode of Walking Dead, and it was just a perfect scene of a white dude just screaming, "Bull shit!" Because that's straight bull, bro.
Dude,
I hate when niggas be doing that shit.
that's the craziest one, man. I mean, they never interviewed the brothers, and it wasn't only until like I think 5 or 6 years later that they finally like a news channel or tried to interview them, and they're like, "Man, we had no issue with him and this and that." Yeah, we had an issue with him. Like one brother was like, "No, we didn't have no issue," but the other brother, you can tell he's probably like, he really doesn't like. No, we didn't. We had an issue, but I stayed away from you. Stayed away from me. And I was like,
Yeah, he wanted to make it known. He was probably tired of hiding it anyways.
yeah, but that to me, that one forever will like. It's always that one I always think of every once in a while because that was just like, what?
That was just bizarre as fuck.
Like
Retards.
Like, what were they hiding?
The fact of the matter is that it took them that long to do what they needed to do. It just means this whole place is fucked up. Like, the whole world can see it's dirty and tampered with. And
What
no
about
one's doing shit.
What about the one where it was it was a black male. He was a massage therapist.
Oh, okay.
And he was living in like a hick town in fucking middle America. And he had an appointment with a client that was in another hick town. So he drove there. He had a white wife. And this was the thing that the people there, because they found him lynched. Like, they found, he had stopped at a gas station, and that's where they found his car. And then, like, a couple of You know, somewhere in the woods behind that gas station, they found his body, and it was severely beaten and lynched.
No, bro.
And like they think that it was people that, you know, they knew. Some people around there knew who he was, and they probably didn't like the fact that he was a black male, successful black male, with a white wife and white kids, or like half black, half white kids.
Mixed kids.
Police didn't do nothing. Police ruled it as a suicide. The police there ruled it as a suicide. And then they even said that he probably was dealing drugs because it looks like they had planted drugs on him because he had nothing in his system, but they still ruled it a suicide off of like cocaine or something.
See, what I don't get is like I don't see how an outside source with a lot of power in their hands doesn't go in there and fix it, because shit like that doesn't really move us forward, just sets us back into more chaos.
I don't know.
It's retarded as fuck. Where is it? Where are we drawing a line of saying stop the bullshit and actually?
I think the only time shit gets done is when we're all outraged about it. But if it's only some of us, nothing's gonna happen.
Well, of course, if it's only some of us and the news doesn't get out there, it's fucked. Now there's so much like white noise out there that everything gets lost in the fucking storm, and it fucking sucks. You know, that just reminds me of, it's like a story of two kids. I think it was like a son and a friend who wait, and then they wait till one of their mothers actually gets to the house, and they kill her by like destroying her fucking body with bats, I think.
I heard about that. The two kids that tried to rob. No, I heard about that. They were trying to rob them, and then this is what they said: we were trying to rob my friend's mom house and make it look like it wasn't us. But what happened was she ended up coming home, so our idea was that, well, we're gonna go to jail, but if we can kill her, we won't. So they beat her brains in with bats. The son too. Son and his friend beat the living shit out of the friend's mom.
Kid's broken forever.
He's probably broken before that. If to kill your mom like that, dude. It's one thing if you kill, like, you've heard stories of people killing their mom, but it's usually like, oh, I've been abused or something. You know, that's why.
But 9 times out of 10, also, it's not, I was abused. It's just they were too demanding, or they were too mean, or
it kind of reminds.
They didn't let me do what I wanted to do.
Oh, like that one, the white boy who killed his his two sisters and his mom, and then called the police. Was like, yeah, I just, they were talking to. They were getting loud, and I was getting annoyed, so I just came upstairs and I just shot him. Like calm as fuck on the phone. Mm-hmm. It's like, yeah, I don't know why I did it really, but yeah, I'm here. But the gun is on the table, and you can just tell them to come in. It's like, yeah, I did it.
I just don't. Moments like that remind me of this movie called Let's Talk About Kevin. Like, I think that's what it's called. Let's Talk About Kevin. I think it was on Netflix still. I'm not sure, but the man who like played as the Flash in that Justice League movie, he's like the main character as the problem child. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So the whole story is focused on the mom watching and taking care of this kid, as seeing him develop into like something of an immorality. You know what I mean? Like, just something isn't right. So finally, you realize why she's actually visiting him in jail. So you'll see like times where she's trying to visit him and talk to him, saying like, "Why'd you do this shit?" And he like, "I don't know." And then flashbacks to seeing like how he's developing. So finally, you see what happens, which is he goes off and he kills his little sister and his father with bow and arrow. Then goes to the gymnasium, sets up fire alarms. Locks up all the doors to make sure that all the students in the school run through the gymnasium before they get out. Mm-hmm. Shoots him as many as he can, kills as many as he can. And then by the end of the whole movie, you just really see the development of the kid being like fucked up in his own mind and kind of blaming other people for problems and or himself. And then at the end, you just see like a really sad moment between the mom and dad, not the mom and dad, and the mom and son, where like she's finally like, okay, like I feel like you can finally tell me like Just why? And the only answer that he had was, I don't even know. I don't even remember. To be honest with you, I don't know why. And that's how the movie just left it at. There was no real answer. It was just the kid was fucked up with himself and decided to do something fucked up. Yeah. And had no idea why. He just wanted to do it.
'Cause I'm an artist.
Well, no, that also reminds me of a story of like, wasn't there this like white kid whose parents didn't allow him to have like a party? He kills both his parents and leaves them upstairs in their room while he has the party.
I had heard something about something.
I never heard that one.
Yeah, he was having a party, a rager, while his parents were dead in the fucking room. Yeah.
Whatever happened with the? How did the Elion twins? What are the Diaz brothers? The ones that killed their parents way back in the 90s.
Oh, the Menendez.
The Diaz. I don't know. It's a Spanish name.
Let me speak every Spanish name before I get there.
Yeah. What was the first one I said?
The Santanas, the Santana triplets.
The Santiagos.
Was it
Riveras?
Was it the Quintanilla quintuplets?
Oh my god!
El hermano Guzman.
Was it the Rivas twins? Rivas.
Jesus and Armando.
Oh my god!
It's the Ramirez's, right?
I can't take this.
They mataron because de mantequilla.
The Ramirez octuplets. Was it them?
What happened with the Gomez's?
But yeah, what was it?
Right?
What was their name? The Espadas. What is it? Wait, what was their name? What was their name? The Menendez. That's what you said. The Menendez.
I didn't say Menendez.
Oh, is it? Wait, what was it? The Mendia. Oh, I was about to say.
He's so lost in
those two brothers. What? Why did they kill their parents? Those two. Did they ever say why?
I think it was.
I remember they said that they're.
I think it was about inheritance.
I remember the defense was, they were abused or something.
I think it was about money.
I think it was about money.
They're still in jail, right? Yeah, they're in jail for life.
Yeah.
They're cacapue, bro. They're cacapue. They're never coming.
Some people don't get life. Some people get like 40 years.
White privilege. Yeah.
Wait, who is it that we're talking about again, Noah?
The two Spanish brothers that killed their parents.
For the record, it was the Menendez brothers.
The Lopez's.
That was great.
The Lopez.
Oh, the Menendez brothers, right? I didn't say Menendez brothers. Oh, fuck, then who was it? I'm like, you idiot. You're so... The Mendiegos. He was going to say Mendiego.
No, I was going to say the Mencias.
Mencias.
Oh, my God, bro.
That was so great. Oh, God. God, why is it so hot in this room?
I think it's just you, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not feeling hot anymore.
I don't know what the hell's going on.
I'm not. I haven't seen. What's been another major murder?
The reason America's Most Wanted started was because of a murder.
Was it the
John Walsh's son was killed.
How was that again? They kidnapped his son right in front of, not in front of him, but he was right there with him.
He was on his way back from school, or he was heading home from school, and then somebody picked him up. And then they found him.
They found his body parts in a garbage can.
No, if I'm not mistaken, they found him in 2 different flower pots, cemented flower pots, and one of them had his head, the other one had his body.
That's crazy, dude.
That's a big ass flower pot.
And where did that happen?
Florida. That's you got to be on some dementic. A new word, dude. I need to make up for that.
Christ,
crazy.
We need to fucking. You know what? It's been a while since we added to the Ellisol Oxford Dictionary.
How many is there? There's 12.
English.
There's 12 artists.
12 artists.
12 is my
Demented.
Dementic.
He's dementic.
What was? Oh my God! There's been so many Eloisms.
This is for the chance for all the listeners to send out all their favorite words that he's made up.
To the people
I've made up some other ones on stream too.
But
YouTube streamers.
Can you please continue delving into the topic that you're speaking?
I remember I told somebody, you got to start joining when I should have just said joining. I added an extra ing at the end.
Joining.
Joining. Are you joining? I mean, joining?
God damn it.
You're drunk. Go home.
You're drunk.
You motherfucker.
What was I saying? I
don't know, things and stuff.
I was thinking like another, like a crazy murder. Whatever happened? Did they ever execute Scott Peterson? Remember Scott Peterson? The one with his pregnant wife?
I think he avoided the death penalty, but he's in jail for life.
Did he? Mm-hmm. I don't remember him. He was on death row for a while, dude. I don't think he ever did. Yeah, he got the death penalty. That one was crazy.
Did he though?
He killed her, but what really like pissed everybody off? It wasn't the fact that he just murdered his wife and unborn child. He carved out the baby out of her.
Yeah.
Some crazy shit.
I mean, white people used to, like.
Oh, that's what I was saying about the son. That's got to be some crazy. You got to be one crazy motherfucker to kidnap a kid and decapitate him. Like Jesus, dude.
I don't know. Like, where do you draw the line? Because
where do I draw the line? Kidnap?
Well, no, not even kidnapping. More of like the sane level. Because I mean, depending on what region you're in and the situations that you're involved in and experiences that you've experienced, like, make you who you are. So I mean, like, dude, I've even seen videos of like kids chopping off niggas' heads with machetes, and like, they're dull as fucking. You just literally see them just get 5 minutes straight.
Craziest thing I've seen is
well, I'm usually done by like 45 seconds.
No, I watched that whole. I watched it all through because I would like
the rest after that is just clean up for me.
It fascinates me more, like how they react and what they do. Like, I'm just like, wait, are you really that okay to do that, or is it that you're put into that situation? You're like, okay, fuck it, I have to do this, or not. I'm gonna be there.
Yeah, my stepdad. He was Egyptian, and he had showed me a video.
Like an Egyptian.
He had shown me a video that a brother, I think it was brother, sent him because I don't know what part of the Middle East he was in at that time, but it was in a region that was like there was war going on, obviously with the United States, and so I don't know if he was in like Syria, Iraq, or Afghanistan. I'm not sure. But he sent him a video, and he showed me, and it's like, this is what these child soldiers will do, and it was the guy who had kidnapped a soldier or some shit, and the child soldier they kidnapped a U.S. soldier, and the child soldier was like cutting his head off with a butter knife.
Yeah,
and I was just like, what the thing is like. Yeah, they make these kids do some crazy shit. Even these kids are fucked up. They will fuck you up.
Let's just put the children on the side, like that's also just talking about people and like
that guy was alive when they were doing it too.
Yeah, of course, man. And I
think that was the most horrific thing I've ever seen on video.
I know the video you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? Exactly, a lot of people saw that video. It circulated on the internet a lot
for a while. There's another video for me is to watch is like a man gets shot like. He had like 2-3 clips of an AK-47.
See, a man getting shot. I've seen a man get shot point blank in my face and die. And it
didn't faze you.
It's just I don't I just know it phased in the fact that I just saw him drop.
Of course,
you just see somebody drop like out of nowhere. And I was hanging out with somebody who was in New Jersey. I was hanging out with my cousin. We were just at the wrong place, wrong time. We were at a Blockbuster outside the corner.
My God,
my uncle was in the my uncle was in the what's it called? No, I'm sorry. No. My uncle wasn't even there. This is one of the times we snuck out, and we were in New Jersey somewhere. We're hanging out with friends, and our friend was in the store. Mm-hmm. And it was a Blockbuster. He was getting a movie. What we were doing was we were sleeping over his house. But we couldn't leave, but we wanted to get a new game. We had finished the game. We're like, oh, if we go return it now, Blockbuster had this thing where if you return it same day, you can just grab another one. They won't charge you anything. You know what I mean? So we had beaten we didn't beat it. We got bored of it. It was like a multiplayer game. We're like, no, we're going to get this game. So we called that Blockbuster. They said they had it, but we had to sneak out. So we were already in the basement, and we just went out through the basement. And then we went in the street. So what happened was somebody was outside on their phone. Mm-hmm. It's like 2 or 3 people. you just see a car just come up. Now, like, you know how they have pillars in front of a store, like a plaza?
Yeah.
So we're on on the left pillar, and one guy and his friend are on the right pillar. And we're just waiting for our friend because how we were is like, we'll be tempted if we want to grab stuff, and we only had $10, but we were trying to save it for tomorrow because we were going to go in the city. So we're like, we want to save this for get a pizza and everything. But if we use it now, it's just we're not going to go to the city. No reason to go. We're not going to even have money for the train. So we didn't go inside. So he went inside just to grab the game, come back out. And then the 5 minutes that he was in there, some car, I don't even remember the car screeching or anything pulling up. I just remember hearing a blop, and then a guy dropped. And then a guy ran, and then we ran. And then I don't know what happened with my friend inside, but from when we grouped up, he told me, like, yo, they heard it outside. They heard it inside, and they just immediately ducked. And he went behind the counter. And it was some crazy shit. But I just remember seeing the guy. Because I was just happening to look in that direction. Was oblivious. I'm just waiting, daydreaming. And I just see a man just drop right in front of me.
Yeah, that shit just happened.
Because this is before cell phones.
Of course.
So we're just like, just looking out into the sky. Because we're just waiting. This is way before, you had a cell phone and you can just go into your phone and for long periods of time. We're talking, and when you're done talking, we're just waiting. And they had those flip phones that only adults had. Kids really didn't have phones at that time. And he just dropped.
That just literally reminds me like
it wasn't a bad one either. It wasn't like his brains were flopped over. It was, I don't know what he hit him with, but he hit him right in the head.
Yeah.
And then I just see blood just coming out.
If you just heard one blop, then that was a fucking handgun right there.
He got lucky. I think he got lucky. Either he was a good shot or he got lucky. Because all I heard was one blop. I didn't hear like a gang of shots.
All you need, though. If it's close range right there, who knows? You might the passenger could have been distracting him. Boom, driver picks it up.
Yeah, I was 8.
Yeah,
I was 8.
I think I was with some friends around middle school or whatever, and then I got into a car from the parents, and it was around like what? I think we were in like Pompano or whatever. Really quick. We're in an intersection. First car is in a lane, right? Mm. And the lights go for the cars in front of us to pass by. All I see is a motorcyclist coming kind of close to like a quarter into the middle, and someone running the red, and then I just see a body flying.
The motorcycle?
Yeah. So obviously I knew. I'm not stupid. Like, I love motorcycles and stuff like that. The guy was not wearing a helmet, and how he flew, he looked like Superman, really fast. So he died. So I didn't see the initial, crash of him hitting whatever. But all I just saw was body flying. And then us having the green. And then us having to go. Of me just sitting there in the car like, did I just see a body fly right before it died? Yeah. I literally just saw a test dummy.
I saw the ending of that. My friend saw it. I was in the car driving. And I was getting ready to make a right turn, so I'm looking to my right, and all I heard is my friend, oh! And I'm like, what? He's like, dude, that guy just got hit on that bike. It was a guy on a bicycle. It was right on, Commercial. No, not Commercial, sorry. University before Oakland Park. So the guy was on the bike lane heading to like Commercial.
Wait, hold on 1 second. The reason why you guys don't hear, Serve at all is
because he's in the bathroom taking a shit.
He's taking a massive shit.
That one chicken tender.
Ladies, I hope you know. He's got a dirty asshole.
He's taking a massive shit.
No, but
he's playing a podcast while he's in there, so he's taking a long shit.
He do that though.
He needs to like visualize and listen to something else to handle the massive shit coming out of his little ass.
But to basically get back on topic, man.
Yeah, the guy went flying, from what my friend told me.
No, just to basically get on topic of everything, seeing as this whole like rant is about death, murder, whatever, or like seeing something happen. But yeah, man, like I said, no matter where you go, the culture, the people, like there's something. I remember watching a video. This video like kind of creeped me out because I was just like, fuck. Like it really, it shows you what happens in a kind of like mob setting and instinct.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Israel, I believe. You know, the main city, and this is during the time where like the people are literally going around killing random people because they don't want them to be there no more.
Right.
Man comes out of nowhere with a hatchet, kills like 2-3 people. In some way, in turn of events, they somehow start fighting back. 2 or 3 other people start fighting back against the hatcher. Somehow get the hatchet away from him. These 2 guys are fighting this guy. Another random bystander who's you've seen like in the corner, like freaking the fuck out, grab the hatchet, move the 2 guys out of the way, and just murder the fuck out of the guy who murdered the people. Like, I mean, like straight, like
murder.
Pop, pop,
Yeah.
pop, 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 and doesn't stop until he's tired, bro. So you literally just like, whoa. You just saw like, I just basically witnessed was people getting killed because of their culture, guy going crazy, or just having saying, fuck it, I hate these people, even though they're practically the same almost.
Yeah.
I know that someone might be mad if they follow whichever side, but to be honest, you guys are not different from one another. You might study something a little bit slightly different from one another, but they're still practically the same, teaching you the same kind of teachings to be a better person in the world. And who knows, I guess the only slight difference might be like how you say a couple words or how you kind of look, even though you still look the same. Which still, like, fucking blows my mind that people out there like that are just killing each other because of that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty stupid.
Yeah, man, it's whatever. It's the world we live in.
Alright, we're probably going to end it because service is taking a shit.
Y'all, like, what are you talking about? Fuck that shit. Let's talk about, high note, Dwayne Wade, the motherfucking champion of the world.
Yeah, he went on enough. Had a good. Yeah, he's had a good career. I feel like him and Udana should get 2 streets named after them. I know Dwayne. They want to change Dade County to Wade County. That'd be kind of cool if that happens.
Really?
I mean, they petitioned it a long time ago when they were trying to still keep him before he went to Chicago. But then when he came back, but you never know. He's definitely gonna get his shirt. His jersey retired.
I think it was already retired, wasn't it? No,
I'm not sure.
Didn't they have like a sort of ceremony where LeBron came out with the jersey like in the All-Star game before he got retired?
I forgot. I don't remember.
You fucking suck. You see, you were talking about it.
I haven't kept up with NBA this season, to be honest with you.
Why are you even here?
How dare you?
Lakers
Why are
have
you even
been
here?
sucking so bad. I'm just like,
Why are you even here, buddy?
haven't even watched the playoffs because Lakers not in the playoffs. I'm like, well.
Playoffs? You talking playoffs?
Playoffs.
We are who we thought
No,
they were.
let's have a better topic. How's your asshole doing, Steve?
The little man that could.
Asshole tight. Asshole tight.
You heard it here, ladies.
His asshole's tight.
That sphincter, tight as fuck.
Sphincter.
That's-
That is what it's called. Sphincter.
So since I have no internet for the time being, I'm going to be like binging all the movies I have, which I'm going to start with Rick and Morty, season 1 and 2.
Okay.
I have it.
Okay.
True.
Oh, jeez.
Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Listen here, Morty.
And then I don't know. I really was like, oh babe, why don't we? I was telling my wife, why don't we binge watch, have a Marvel marathon? But then I'm like, I'd have to watch the Hulk, and I don't really want to watch Captain America again. The first one, 2 and 3, I don't mind. But I'm like, all right, maybe this is not the greatest idea.
Captain America 1 wasn't that bad.
I just don't feel like watching it. I really don't want to watch the Hulk because I really didn't like the Hulk.
All I hear is wah.
Yeah.
And
I'm
also,
thinking about starting it from
Also,
the newest backwards.
no.
Because then I can tolerate it. Because I can start with Ant-Man and the Wasp first.
Fuck you.
And then go to
I like that Hulk movie.
Ragnarok and Civil War and all
Not
that.
bad.
That Hulk movie, the fighting scenes are the only time when you can actually see Hulk fight either something that's like Captain America or Abomination. Which is great. Which is great because they're too pussy to do it now. Because they said it's too much CGI. Even though that's what the people want to see. You set it up, but you didn't finish. That's such a tease. That's big old blue balls.
Well, it just proved that the Hulk can't be used as as a leading character.
I feel
He's a great
that
supporting
I
character.
feel
He's not a
that's
good lead character.
false. They
His story's not compelling enough.
no, that's false. And
Compared to
come on,
everybody else,
if
yeah,
that's
no.
if that's the case, then like, why did they make so many bad Batman movies? They didn't have to do that.
Bad Batman movies?
Yeah, you telling me there's no bad Batman movies?
Oh, there are bad Batman movies, but like,
I'd say okay movies. I won't go as far as say they're all bad.
no, because Batman and Robin was awful.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you're also telling me Batman with what's his name, the white boy. What's his name?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Who, Val
The
Kilmer?
one with Val Kilmer and the
No.
one with
No,
what's his name?
no,
George Clooney.
George Clooney were
That's
terrible.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah, those were terrible.
no.
I said Batman.
Those
and Robin.
those are better than.
Are you
the
talking
ones,
about Christian Bale?
Those are way better than the ones that fucking what's
Are
his
you-
name made
The new one?
Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah, no, but he
Oh,
wasn't.
yeah.
He was never supposed to be Batman.
Really?
That wasn't bad.
Because they
That
signed
was a
him
bad.
up for it.
That was a bad pick.
Because they
that
signed
was
him
a
up for
terrible
it.
pick.
Yeah, that everyone that they
I don't know
picked
what
almost
they were
was,
thinking
like,
when they got
horrible.
Ben Affleck. I was like, Ben Affleck.
You know, it's probably because of Warner Brothers, and they were just like, you know what, he did a good job back in the '90s. Let's give him that role. No,
You better just stick to the
Nah,
account.
they really liked the town. That's what that was.
no,
He needs to like stick to like the account.
They saw the town and they're like, we got to get him to do Batman.
no. The only thing that I liked that what he did with Batman was to show his real self of like how dark he's become through his experience and his swollenness. That's about it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's about it. Other than that, everything else just made my dick so soft that I had a little gummy worm.
In the movie theater, you had a little gummy worm.
Yo, I had a Twizzler,
Just
bro. Like nothing.
what did you do?
I remember, dude. I still remember when I went to go see. What was it, Justice League? Yeah, I went to go see Justice League. But it was
No.
me, Ivan. Not Justice League. We went to go see Batman vs Superman. It was me, Ivan, Alex, Ivan's cousins, Dave, and
Trey.
Trey. And I think I'll just leave it there.
All I have to say is I knew.
But it was a pretty interesting night.
No. All I knew is that
This
it
is
was
a
going to be a
terrible
bad
movie.
Justice League movie ever since I heard the word that the guy playing the Flash didn't want to make scenes of him actually running, even though he's the Flash.
Wait, what?
The actor
Ezra Miller.
didn't want to physically run during some scenes. That's why he has this weird flop look when he runs as the Flash.
Dude, his run is terrible. That's the one thing I couldn't stop looking at every time
Yeah.
that he was running. I was like, what
Yeah.
kind of fucking run is that? He's just like, I was like, what the fuck is
You
that?
know what I'm talking about? He literally looks like this.
It was so bad. Like at the end, what made it worse was the end scene when him and Superman were about to race, and I was just like, oh god.
Yeah, because they were trying to do like a memento. Oh yeah, you know that scene where that thing where they're trying to run around the world and who's fast? No. Like I said, I had a gummy worm and then that retracted even.
I just got a turtle. Just
I
turtled.
don't even have a turtle, bro. It's,
Turtled.
all I had
Became a woman.
All I had was the tiny head foreskin that Jewish kids cut off.
Jesus Christ.
Disgusting.
It's oddly descriptive.
Yeah.
Like he's
That's
been
how-
there. Like he's been there. For
That's
a
how
procedure.
bad it was. That's how bad it was.
I'm not describing, I'm recounting.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome, guys.
There's a difference.
That's how it was.
Oh.
And it was terrible.
Well, as always.
That's how we're gonna finish it on my
yeah,
little tiny dick.
We're gonna end it on
Wow.
Wilmo's tiny dick.
We're gonna call this episode
Wilmo's tiny dick. Will knows teeny
Wait,
weenie.
hold on. Pause. Will knows?
Wilmo's teeny weenie.
He had a itsy bitsy teeny.
If it's polka dotted, you should go to get that shit checked.
Ladies.
If it's got yellow polka dots, that's not good.
Yeah, that's syphilis.
I wore it for the,
Nigga, that's herpes. I
I wore it for the first time today.
But yeah, you can find us everywhere. You could find us on the Podbean app. And we can officially say now also that we are on Spotify. iTunes is still in the process. We're working on that. We will let you know as soon as that is good to go. But so yeah, we're all on Spotify now. So be sure to subscribe, like, rate, share, do all that shit, because all that stuff helps us out with the numbers and everything like that. So if you guys could start like a playlist, or so, you know what I'm saying, subscribe. To the people that don't have Spotify, you can go to the RSS feed on the Podbean app. It's free to make an account, and you can get all the latest and greatest from the Parental Advisory Podcast whenever we're up to some new shenanigans. Parental Advisory Cast at Gmail. If you want to go ahead and drop us a line about anything and everything, as well as Parental Advisory Cast on Facebook and Instagram. So be sure to follow us there. Parental Podcast on Twitter and PA Podcast on Snapchat. You can find me at jserve954, JSERVE954 on all social media. Brolife.net for all the music, as well as all major streaming platforms. Be sure to check out the album 2203 that's out right now. Your homeboy doing his thing on the track called Samurai.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
BMO.
Oh, hey guys, it's the Brown Guy. You guys can find me on the Instant and Snap, if you want to see some quality food, or if you just want to fuck around with me, hit me up. Wilmo_Chiquito. Don't hesitate to drop the fucking line. Hello?
You can find me at LSO463 for all my social media, and LSO4634 for my Twitch account. And if you're looking for a cool place to play games, you can check us out at the DBD Discord on discord.com.
DBD?
Delta Bravo Delta.
Or Don't Be Dumb.
Yeah, exactly. Which is amazing that Elo's the one that's in it.
I thought it was a weird play on like DP or something.
Oh, just flamed him. Anyhow, so we will be back next week with some more shenanigans for y'all. But until then, enjoy this. Thank you very much for all the reviews and all the feedback that we've gotten on the last episode with Carlos. He definitely loved all that, hearing that you guys enjoyed our conversation with us. So yeah. Just be on the lookout for us. Be sure to follow us, like I said, on Spotify, Podbean, and whatever other major streaming platform you use for your podcast. We out this bitch, y'all. Peace.
We should call ourselves the Goya Brothers.
It's so stupid. Peace.